give and they get. Then they run around town beating their chests like they forget. I can forget for now, but I won't never forget. No, love how I feel, knowing the universe got my back. Whoa, love how I feel, knowing that money gon' come right back.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Journey Podcast. If you are here, please subscribe, like, drop a comment, give us 5 stars on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Do the things.
Down in Miami, highlight of the trip, joined by cousin Jake. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and as you say that, I come to realize that we're sitting here with the motherfucking man, FX Alex G. Some may know him as the sexiest supercar owner in fucking by the Atlantic, or the guy that ran in the Super Bowl and had a pretty nice showing. Yeah, you did your thing.
Yeah, well, thank you. What a introduction. That's like
well, he usually does the intros. I was just doing my own little version of that. But I mean, you're a savage, and we'll get into more of who you are.
Of course, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, and just so easy. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I asked you, you're like, yeah, let's do it.
100%.
Beautiful, bro.
No, and I appreciate you guys. You know, you guys were on here on time, and bro, I'm excited to see what you guys got to say.
Let's go.
Let's not fuck up.
Yes, I mean, shit. We'll just jump right into it. Obviously, here you've accomplished fucking a lot in your life, and this pod is about the journey, right? The journey of life, and obviously, it wasn't always like this for you. So let's bring it back to you and working at Dunkin Donuts. And did you ever imagine life to be like this, or like what was your mindset like back then?
So I mean, I guess everybody as a kid, they always have like big like aspirations. You know, everybody wants a Lamborghini. Everybody wants to, be a millionaire. Honestly, my goal was to just make like 10K a month, right? So I'd just be chilling until like I was about 30. And then when I was at 30, then I'd pretty much actually like go big and actually, strive to become a real millionaire, because I would enjoy my 20s or whatever. But I didn't really think of being so big so fast. I didn't know kind of the potential that I had. Like, I knew I had a winning mindset, and I knew I was going to be successful. There's no doubt about that. But kind of like the timeline and the niche, I was like struggling to kind of figure it out. And almost when I figured it out, the passion just kind of like drove everything. This fucking cat. You want to get the fucking cat?
Yeah, it's fucking
cat. Yo, just get her and throw her in the fucking.
That is a cute fucking cat, man.
She's a savage, bro.
Yeah, she's a savage.
It's funny.
So now, yes, because he was telling me, because it's so crazy that like 10K a month thing, because like that's the fucking number, like that's what everyone wants to see or wants to have. And because, bro, like there's this whole like online money thing, and it's just crazy that he was telling me like, bro, your entire story really started when you just typed in how to make money online, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the 10K a month is everybody's goal, because it's 6 figures a year or whatever. But dude, like 10K a month, really, obviously with the level that I've gotten to now, like it's not enough. If you really want to like live it up how you see on social media, it's really not enough. Like, you're barely getting by with 10K a month. Like, obviously you're going to be in a better position than you were before, but you're not going to be in that dream position that you want to be. It's just the simple truth. But it is kind of like the stepping stone. Like, you can't go from making 2-3K a month to then making 50. Like, that's not how that works. You have to go from 2-3K to then 8 to 12, then 12 to 25, and then you slowly scale. Because if you go from 2 to like 50, then you don't really appreciate kind of what happened in between, and then you kind of tend to lose it pretty quick.
Right. And I feel like that's where people get fucked up a lot, and you see that with a lot of celebrities.
Facts.
Is that they go from essentially nothing to everything, and there's a level of character that has to be built. That's one thing that we speak about a lot is, of course we want to blow up. Like, who doesn't want to fucking blow up?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
but at the same time, it's just, bro, understanding that, like, bro, I've seen, especially living in Miami, bro, I've seen so much people like make a shitload of money and then check in on them a year later and they're like in a bad place, bro. And it's because they weren't actually that person. Like, there's a level of character that you build through sacrifice, like to where you're at now. Like, how long have you, from where I am today in this fucking beautiful house with 5 supercars and a good looking smile, like, where are you today, from when you started? How long has your journey been?
7 years.
7 years.
7 years. So,
okay.
So like 2.5 of those 7 years were nothing. It was just pretty much like on a treadmill, just in the same spot, just kind of, you know, learning my journey, learning my path, learning the mistakes. And then around 2.5 years ending of that is where I kind of like cracked it in a way.
Right. Right.
What was the mental like when it felt like nothing was happening? Because that's when a lot of people give up. A lot of people give up right before they're about to break through.
I just knew I was going to win, bro. Like, there was nothing that was going to happen other than me winning. And I was ready to do it forever until I did it. I had no issue doing it for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. I'm like, this is what it's going to, I even get goosebumps, bro, because like I'm being so serious. Like, it could have happened 3 years after that. I would have not gave up. I had set myself in stone to make this happen, and it was going to happen yes or yes. Mm-hmm. So it kind of like the moment it happened, it was like, all right, cool. You know, this is what the fuck I've been working for. You know what I mean? Right. Like all the sacrifices, you know, distancing myself from my friends, my family, losing money, getting like scammed and shit, but, you know, learning all these different platforms. It's finally, you know, kind of paying off. And even when it started paying off, it almost didn't feel real because, you know, once success kind of comes and it starts hitting, no one comes and like, all right, cool. Like, now you're successful. Like, you're on the other side. You kind of almost have to like assume that yourself, right? Because it's not like a job like, all right, cool, you're hired. Here's your job. Here's your payroll. Like, you're good now. When you're kind of like an entrepreneur, you're doing this on your own, kind of like how we all are. It's kind of uncertain, right? Because you don't know when you've passed that threshold. So I kind of almost gave my title right there. I'm like, all right, this is it. Now I'm successful. And ever since I kind of changed my mindset from not being successful to now I am, kind of everything completely changed.
And what was that moment of success?
So I made it $28,000 in 1 month in trading.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was, at that time, I was still at my parents' house. And that was like a whole year of my like monthly expenses covered for. So I left Dunkin' and pretty much I'm like, all right, cool. Like if I just did this in a month, I can literally not move a finger for a year and I got my expenses covered for. So I'm sure I can figure it the fuck out in the next 12 months to make some type of money again. So that's kind of where I made the decision to leave the job and just kind of live off of that 28K. And obviously the month after that, I think I made like another 12 or 15,000 and it just kept going after that.
Wow. Question for you. So when you made that 28K, because I'm someone like I haven't made that much money, but like let's say 28K views or something like that. I remember like the first time we went, so he called me, our first viral video ever on TikTok. I'm in Miami, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. We're not doing this, you know. I'm like shooting content for people. He calls me. He's like, yo, there's a clip of you right now. It has 100K views, like overnight. And I never saw that, you know, and I always knew I was a great speaker. Like I always believed in myself, but like there has to be some level of, you know, like people, like especially in content, like other people have to believe in you because like you might think you're the best in the world, but if other people don't see it, then it's not worth anything. Like, I rely on feedback. And when I saw that, there was two feelings. One, thank you fucking God. Holy shit! Like let's do this thing. Like I'm gonna quit my job. We're gonna do this full time. But then what came right after that was I actually got really fucking afraid because I was like, whoa! Like what if we never get a viral clip again? Did you feel after you made that 28,000? Were you afraid at all, or did you just, you know? I
mean, there was like a 2-week period where it didn't feel real, and I was like, well, did I get lucky, or is this gonna happen again? And I was kind of just debating with myself, and I didn't trade for the next 2 weeks because I just kind of wanted to like let that sink in. And that's where I pretty much just changed my whole mindset. It's like, no, like I didn't get lucky, and this is definitely going to happen again. Because if I did it one time, I clearly did something right. Let me just see what I did. What did I do right? And I just simply repeat it again. So there was a level of uncertainty at the beginning and almost like luck. And I didn't want to let go of that moment because I'm like, damn, if I let go, it's gone. And no, I just almost normalized that moment, and that turned into my new standard, where pretty much it got me to the point where I'm now.
That's awesome, bro.
And
that's fucking awesome.
So you obviously you don't come from like a trading background. Like your dad wasn't a day trader, you know. Like so. Now, obviously, I remember like I watched you. You talked about YouTube University. That's where we learn a lot of our skill sets, and that's where he learned the camera and anything I need to know. You just go on YouTube and you figure it out. So how were you figuring out like what to trade and when to, because like trading, there's a lot of mental stress that goes into that.
I don't know any successful day traders besides you and Umar Ashraf.
Yeah.
There's no in between. It's like you're a billionaire, you know, or you make no money.
So yeah, like what is that mental fortitude like when you're dumping money that, I mean, you're probably started with the money that you're spending 8 hours a day getting at Dunkin Donuts. So like you're working hard for the money, and now you're almost essentially gambling it on a uncertain, stock and whatever. So like, what is that mental like in the beginning when like the money is scarce?
Yeah. So, there's no financial background in my family. My dad's an immigrant from Cuba. He came to Miami in a raft. Like he was 7 days at sea. So like my dad to this day, he doesn't know how to use the phone. Like he'll call me and be like, yo, how do I send this email? And I'm like, dude. So yeah, I have no, nothing technology background wise. So pretty much what I did is I just was a freak on YouTube, dude. Like I would literally just spend every hour that I was in my house just on YouTube. And I don't want to say I got lucky, but I almost got lucky that during COVID, I was already like 6-8 months into the journey. So I had a lot of free time because I couldn't go in, but I was, getting money. I was getting paid. Sometimes I'd go in, sometimes I wouldn't. And pretty much I would just literally dedicate every single hour of the day to learning every single YouTube video out there about trading. Like I was such a dry sponge that I just intook all the information, which is almost bad because there's, information overload and you don't know what to use. Some things work over here, other things don't work over here. And that's what was like the burn of the 2.5 years, kind of like getting all that information and filtering it out. And the little money I was making, throwing it in, blowing it, throwing it in, blowing it. And then eventually one of them would actually work, right? So I was just throwing a bunch of things to the wall and then one would stick, but it would only stick for a couple seconds and it'd fall. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me just hold on to that for a little bit and let me just keep throwing stuff, and whatever sticks, I would just kind of collect all that data. Wow. So it was about 2 years of just collecting information about the market and myself that I was just figuring it out.
Right.
How emotionally detached do you have to be with trading?
Bro, you have to be so nonchalant that if you're not going to succeed. You have to be so numb to money. You have to be so numb to almost life as a whole that if you're not, you will not succeed. It just won't happen.
What do you recommend timeline, knowing nothing about trading, to beginning to learn to actually make money?
So I actually have a challenge that I'm going to like test myself out to do. I'm going to get 3 random people from the street and I'm going to teach them trading in 60 days. And I think you could become profitable in about 6 months. Because I can teach you my strategy or any strategy in the world, or I can teach you trading in 1 week, right? It's really not that hard, you know what I mean? But what is actually hard is the chart time, is the actual experience of you being able to see the patterns happen over and over again. Remember, the markets are just patterns that, the market's going to do 2 things. It's going to go up or it's going to go down. And as it's going up, it does patterns. As it goes down, it's doing patterns. So those patterns don't happen every day. They don't happen every week. They don't happen every month. They can happen every other week, every other month. So that's where the chart time comes in for you to be able to see those patterns. So you can't expedite chart time. You know what I mean? It's almost like when you go to become a pilot, you can't expedite those 40 or 50 hours that you need as a student pilot or whatever. Like you need that flying time for you to be able to actually, be ready for an emergency or a different type of weather, all these stuff. Like you could read it in a handbook and it'll tell it to you, cool, but the experience is not there. So I'd say 6 months if they're dedicated 100%, if not within the year. Like there's so much new knowledge out there in the internet now that I didn't have when I started, that it makes your learning curve shorten tremendously.
Wow.
Who were your first like inspirations on YouTube? Who were like the first
Umar
ones?
was one of my first ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We had him on.
Yeah. Bro, I respect Umar, bro. Umar is the GOAT. He honestly, he helped me at the beginning a lot. And I don't think I've ever told him, but he was actually one of the main guys that I started to watch at the beginning. And there was also these London traders. They were, mainly trading over there because forex, is started in London, and it hadn't really hit Miami or the United States as a whole. So the only traders that were posting it were actually people from Europe because that's where it started. So I was just watching people on YouTube there. I would enter. I was in 55 different Discords, bro. Just in there, just information, getting it from everywhere. Wow. So I watched everybody, dude. Yeah. Everybody.
And what would you say is the most important trait of someone that can become like you?
You need to be detached to everything. I'm talking about detached to the money, detached to relationships, detached to wins, to losses, to experiences. dude, like I forgot that I fucking streaked the Super Bowl, dude. Like I'm not even kidding. Like the other day, the lawyer hit me up. Was like, yo, court is in a week and a half, and I'm like, court for what? Like, dude, you went to jail. I'm like, oh, like I am so disconnected from everything, and it's good and bad because I don't guess like enjoy like some moments, but I almost treat everything as nonchalant as I can. Like I normalize everything extremely, because if you normalize losses, then you're okay with losing. It's part of the game, because if you take losses, you know, not well, you're going to pretty much get emotional, and it's just a downward spiral. And if you normalize wins, well, that's why you're actually taking a trade. The purpose of you taking a trade is to win. But if you get excited when you win, and then you get emotional, and then you're going to pretty much think you're a superhero, and you're going to take trades that you shouldn't be trading. Right. So then you start losing because you're trading with emotion. Yeah. So the number one trade would probably have to be maybe extremely nonchalant and stoic. And
you spoke about how in the beginning, you went down. What was it, 30,000?
Yeah, I went down probably 20. Yeah, like almost like 27, 28,000, almost 30.
So what is that like? And that was when you first started, right? So you weren't profitable at all yet, right?
No, I was making zero money at that time. I'd probably say that I almost knew you had to lose money, and I always had a theory, because everybody when they start trading, they're like, all right, how much do I have to lose to start making money? It's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how do you even predict that shit? You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do you mean? Like, this doesn't even make sense. But that's kind of like not that much of a conversation now, because people have, you know, fact proven that. It's like, oh, how much money do I have to lose in the casino before I start making money? It's like, dude, that's not how this shit works. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you can lose forever. You can never make money. So I just literally thought every 10,000 that I would lose, I'd then start winning, because that's how the market would work. The market would take about 10,000 and it would give you back like 20. And I just kept losing 10 and 10. And when I got by the third 10, I'm like, yo, this has to be the one. And then it kind of obviously ended up playing out over the course of 2 years, because I just kept losing little by little. I kept losing like 200, 500, 300, 1,000. And it got to the point where it overall accumulated to almost 30,000.
Wow. And then while you're in this 2.5 year period, you're still working at Dunkin Donuts?
Yeah, so I worked in the period probably for like a year and a half. Okay. And then the other period, I was just at home. I was there during COVID. I helped my parents with some stuff. I cleaned carpets. I worked at Crocs, like at Dolphin Mall, which is like a mall right here. I worked at the fair, and I worked at Santa's Enchanted Forest. So you guys probably don't know because you guys aren't from here, but there's a amusement park, right? That's like huge, and cars park really far. And there's these guys on bikes that they have like a little, oh, you guys know you guys are from New York. You know how like in New York people like bike?
Yeah, like a little trolley.
Yeah, with a trolley. Yeah, I was that guy. So I was taking people from their cars to the park because it was a really long walk.
It's good money.
Yeah, it was.
I was so fucking weird doing that. I did that in Atlantic City one time, like on the boardwalk, and I don't think the guy was even riding a bike. I think he was just pushing us. So me and my boy Andre were sitting in the trolley, and a guy is pushing us. I felt uncomfortable. It felt like modern day, like seriously, it was like this. I literally told him to stop. I was like, "Yo, just let me out. I'll still pay you, but I just want to walk." I felt so uncomfortable. That's great. Did you ever feel weird, like
I mean, because there's like 30 of us doing it, so it was like a business. You know? Yeah. So I wasn't operation. I wasn't the only one, so it sucked. My legs got big at that time, but
it's a good workout.
Yeah, but it was so bad, dude. It was terrible.
But then, what are you thinking? All right, bro. So like, one of the biggest things that I personally hate, and it's probably an ego problem, and like you could tell me like what you honestly think about it, and then how it can relate to you. Before I get into that, because I'm a nervous wreck. Just every once in a while, check and make sure he's in focus. Look over there.
And I'm also checking like the red light as well.
All right. But anyway, so now we're back. So, bro, one of the things that's really hard about knowing, like, because you have to understand that if you have a big dream, like you're already blessed, like right there, because like people just don't even understand how to think big, and then if you can actually believe that you can achieve that thing, whoa, because that's a level of faith that I don't even know where that comes from. And I've known for a while that we were going to be successful, that I'm going to be successful, and you get caught. It's very hard though when you're fucking driving a trolley. You know, it's very hard when someone's like, let me get glazed donuts, and then they're like, you know, like they're giving you an issue. And I've certainly, you know, I haven't worked at Dunkin Donuts, but like being the videographer, there's just been a lot of things that I've had to do that I just fucking did not want to do, you know. And what was your head like when you know in those moments when you were in that shitty period when you knew you were going to be great? Like what was your mindset like, I guess?
So I mean, you just said something that is probably like one of the biggest facts that I've heard in a while, that not everybody has the winning mindset and the big mindset. Funny enough, and I say that because my cousin, she just became a doctor probably about like 6 months ago. Wow. And I just saw her, you know, for like Christmas and stuff. I'm like, yo, congrats, you're a doctor. My mindset immediately is like, so, you know, I can help you open up like your own clinic, right? So if you're a doctor, you have your license now, you can open your own practice, you can do IVs, therapies, blah, 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 stuff. Right. And then she was like,
and that's how you make mad bread being a doctor.
Yeah, that's how you like become like rich, wealthy. Right. You start a medical practice. And then she's like, no, like that's just too much stress. Like I'd rather just go to Baptist and go to my 9 to 5 and just go home and that's it. And I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. And she's like, no, yeah, like I don't want a business. I just want to have a job. And I'm like, well, that is fucking insane. Like, I literally told her I can hire a CEO. You just put your license and I'll get it. And she's like, no, I don't want to deal with that kind of stress. So not everybody's built for it. Yeah. Really, realistically, you have to be in that winning mindset or have the idea of doing that. Some people just don't connect with it. They just don't want to do it. And the people that do want to do it, the people that are the most obsessed and they have the most driven factor are the ones that are going to succeed. Like you literally almost have to be a little bit psychotic to actually be able to believe in yourself when nobody else is believing in you. Yeah. And that is what drives winning mindset people to be the actual winners, even when things get tough. So I had that mindset because the way I see it is my dad came to this country in a raft. This guy literally left everything from where he's from. He started here from zero, not learning English. This guy fucking doesn't know anything other than just work, and he built an empire to what to him is obviously big. Like my family is like average class, medium class. Like, you know, we're not starving, but we're not rich. Like my parents had, you know, a Lexus of the year or a Toyota of the year. Like they're well off, right? And if I saw him build that all by himself, how am I not going to have that same approach, but now to a completely new world that is technology and what it has to offer? So you have to be a little bit on the psychotic side to actually be able to win. Because if you don't have that mindset, it's cool. Like there's jobs out there and there's people out there that are happier than I am with a job making $5K a month than me right now making whatever I'm making with all the shit that I have going on. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot less stress and they probably enjoy their free time more than I do, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be somewhat delusional. Mm-hmm. And, you know, obviously, like when you're on this path and you have nothing to show for it, but internally you know what you're destined for. Like you do sound crazy sometimes and people do look at you like you're crazy. And people, you know, you get laughed at. People will share your shit. They'll put your shit in group chats, you know? So what was that like for you on your come up story with, say, friends? Once you really started touching money and when you told people you're going to be successful and they probably were like, yeah, sure, whatever. You're working at Dunkin Donuts. And then now it's like.
Yeah, it's funny. So I've seen friends like at Publix or something. Yeah. And I literally walked the other way. I completely avoid them at all costs. I don't even want to have that conversation, honestly. The other day there was actually some like guy that came up to me. He's like, yo, what's up? How have you been? Like, I went to high school. I literally had no idea who he was. Like, you know, people after high school, they change. They get fat, they get ugly, or whatever. You know what I mean? Some people just change. And I'm like, dude, I honestly don't know who the fuck you are, bro. You know what I mean? But how can I help you? You know? Yeah. So to the people that didn't believe in me at the beginning and then they come back when, you know, things start getting good. I have this saying that goes, if you get the opportunity to treat them how they treated you, don't do it. Be the bigger person. It'll pay off at the end. So if somebody that didn't believe in me at the beginning and I know they didn't and they talk shit behind my back, I'm like, cool, brother. Like internally, they're having more damage coming back to me and asking for help than the damage that they did to me not believing in me. Them not believing me, if anything, made me successful because it just threw more wood to the fire. Yeah. So I go by that saying.
And now, what we speak about a lot, relationships. Huh?
Oh, relationships?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Now, was there any
We
girls?
love this topic. It's so
Has there
good.
been any girls that maybe you were talking to, whatever, and they didn't really see it now?
Yeah.
So
Facts,
what
facts.
is that? And what is that? How much has the dating scene changed for you in that aspect?
Well, before we even get to that, like, was there a girl in your life that like maybe was giving you shit, didn't believe in you, broke up with you, and then now you are where you are?
No,
You didn't have that?
I was like a fuckboy like the whole period. Yeah, I
Good
didn't
for
have.
you.
Yeah, I didn't
All right, so go back to what you were saying.
Yeah. So like, how much has dating changed from 7 years ago to now?
Yeah, obviously Miami's crazy. You know what I mean? Miami's crazy. I mean, you know. So yeah, yeah. So Miami's
Keep looking this
crazy. Honestly, like I'd say I probably got more girls before all of this that I have now than I actually now.
Oh, I'm gonna leave. Don't tell me that. I'm gonna go.
No,
I'm gonna stop being successful.
I explain to you. No. I explain to you
Right.
why. No, but it's because I choose to. Like, I choose to close the door out to 90% of these girls. So before I was successful, I was the one chasing these girls. So let's say I'd fire 100 shots. Let's say 30 would hit, 40 would hit. Like, cool. Now, if like 100 shots get shot at me, I'm probably accepting like 2 or 3. Like, I'm just not gonna do it because, like, honestly, like I know what they all want, and it's obviously cool and it's fun. But I just don't need that kind of shit around me. Like, I literally filter them the fuck out. I had my fun at the beginning, like the first year of success. But, like, I've been kind of, like, on this run now for, like, 4 years already. So, like, I've normalized that scenery so much. Kind of like the car. Bro, the other day, I got in, like, the Lambo. I didn't even realize I was in a Lambo. I was, like, just super, like, normal about it. I completely forgot about it. Because I got to the gas station and, like, I hit some shit. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then the person next to me was like, dude, you just fucked up your Lambo. I was like, what do you mean the Lambo? I'm like, oh, I'm in a Lambo. Like, I just completely forgot. So, like, the same thing with the girls. Like, I've just, like, normalized that so much that right now I only let, like, good people in, bro. Like, I got so much shit going on that I don't even let anything under a 10 pull up. It's just not going to happen. It's not happening. It's not happening. But
And-
yeah, but like they're there. So to answer your question, they're there, but
Yeah.
I just don't let them in.
No, and I
Fuck
mean,
that.
that's good because obviously you can get distracted. We spoke about this last night and we were saying one of the biggest downfalls for majority of men is women or a woman, a specific woman
100%.
that
Facts.
fucks them up. And when we were just thinking
100%.
about, even the dude that we just told you before this that sent us that message, it all started with fucking a baby mama. And then, my last 6 months was a fucking roller coaster because of a woman. His fucking 6 month woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's good that you don't, because now that you are at this pedestal, you don't need that distraction because nothing good is going to come out of it.
Yeah, even in like the last year and a half, like I've had a girl and she's like the most toxic shit on the face of the earth. Like I'll block her for 2 weeks and then I'll just like unblock her and be like, "Are you done? You're not done? Block you again." Like I'm not, if I live in a gated community, she can't pull up. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just not dealing with that shit, bro. Like I'm on a mission right now. And I'm not letting anybody get in between me and my mission. My mission goes first. My team goes first. Relationships, I'll figure that out later. Having fun, I'll do that when I leave the office.
Yeah.
But I'm not prioritizing a relationship right now. I'm not prioritizing a woman right now. Fuck that. Like, bro, like I can literally change a woman's life if they just fucking sit next to me for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be good forever. So I'm going to be very selective of who I decide to do that with.
Question for you. So, year 3, 4, 5, kind of new, not really, making money, doing your thing, whatever. Hypothetically, girl walks into your life, smoking hot, great woman, does all the good things, and you love the fucking balls out of her. Most importantly, you love the shit out of her, right? Do you think that a man can still become more successful with a woman in his building years, or does that man have to wait until he's already built? Because it sounds like to me you're waiting until you said you have a lot more shit to do before you're even thinking that.
Yeah, so I'm a strong believer on I want to build by myself, and then I'll put time into that when I have, because I'm a firm believer, and I tried it out. Like I had this girl like during like the come up, and I just literally could not dedicate time. Even just downtime, I rather just have downtime for myself or my guys and just think about on the mission than just get my mind off of the mission. So I don't think about building with a woman. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna take care of you. You know, I'm gonna take care of the family. Like, everything's good. But I don't want you to be in the mix with the mission. Like, the mission is me and my guys, and my downtime, whenever I decide, it'll be completely on the side. But I don't want to mix two things that don't belong together.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking get my mind off the mission.
Yeah.
I'm never talking to a girl again.
Dude, bro, like I can literally show you, like, bro, I block girls, bro, like, on Instagram.
Just send them my way.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. Yeah.
I have this older cousin. He's Italian. He's from New York.
yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I don't deal with that shit.
Now, how much has your happiness been affected? Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, does money buy happiness? You know, I get it, the whole money buys happiness. But I'm saying, like, really, because because we've seen, like, he's had his fair share of people in Miami, met millionaire, money, yachts, Lambos, and they're miserable and they're not happy. It's because they're faking who they actually are to keep up with a lifestyle that really doesn't align with who they are. You don't seem like you're in that bracket of type of person. Like, you seem like, this is what I do. I love what I do. I'm providing people value, and I'm also, money as a bonus on top of that. So what has money done for your mental health and your life? Because we talk about it a lot. Our life is very confusing, right? Like, we get to do shit like this, you know, and then we go back in, like, the Kia Sportage where the seat doesn't fucking work because we rented it from economy, you know, and then, you know, tomorrow we could be on a yacht, and then, you know, he goes home in a week.
Ross's apartment last night.
Yeah, we're at Aiden Ross's penthouse last night, and then he goes home to New York and sleeps on the floor.
Right.
So our mental, it gets fucked up a lot because we're doing way cooler shit than anyone that we came up with, but we don't have the money to show. That's the one thing that we don't have yet. So what is that like for you? Like, how much did money change your mental?
Well, just to say something about you guys, like, the fact that you guys are in rooms like that and you guys are doing big things, like your guys' moment is about to come. So just keep going at it, guys. Trust me, you guys are right there, bro. Trust me. I see the vision. You guys are right there. But to answer your question, all money has done is just made me more of who I am. It hasn't absolutely changed anything. Like, I've always liked drifting and doing stuff with the fun cars. I used to do it in an Infiniti, but now I'm doing it in a Lambo. You know what I mean? Like, nothing changes. I used to like, I don't know, racing, but instead of racing in an Infiniti, I'm racing now in a Lambo. Like, I'm not chasing anything. And I'm being very strategic with the growth, because a lot of people that they get, the amount of money that I have made, like, people actually have no idea how much money I've made. Bro, I've made a lot of fucking money, and I'm very humble about it. You know what I mean? I know people that have made half of the money that I've made, and they've bought in Bugattis, they've bought in mansions, they bought in even jets. And I don't do that right now, because what the fuck am I going to look forward to 3 years from now? Like, if I buy a Bugatti right now when I'm 27, dude, I'm fucking treating everything like shit, because I just have nothing else to look up to. Like, right now I can get another Lambo and it's like cool, like, it's a new cool thing. So I've strategically placed all of my shiny objects or whatever money can buy for the next 2-3 years. So I don't pretty much burn my happiness out super fast, because, like, as soon as I feel like the dopamine start getting low, then I just go a little bit up. But I don't just skip 100 steps, because when you skip 100 steps, then the fall down is so much harder. And that's where people start getting depressed and they start doing all that bullshit. Like, right now, I can literally go buy right now a 100-foot yacht if I want to. Bro, I have a little wakeboarding boat. Like, I could fit like 8 people max on it, and that shit's probably gonna sink. But I have the time of my life on that shit. Now, when that shit starts getting bored, then I'll get a little bit bigger wakeboarding boat. And then when that gets bored, then I'll get a bigger one, and then I'll go to the yacht. Like, I do nothing having this abundance of materialistic things at such a young age just because I can. There's no point in that. I believe in living as much as you can strategically, so you don't burn yourself out by materialistic things, because then what the fuck else are you going to look forward to? You get me? That's the way how I see it.
I'm sure that translates to the trading also, like not being too greedy, not trying to fucking, hit a home run every single trade, right?
Yeah,
that was another thing, like, that I wanted to ask part of the trading before we moved off. Like, people call it day trading, and people that may not have no idea what it is, maybe they think you're at your computer trading all day, and it's like, you might get in there at, like, when the market opens, get in and get out in 10 minutes and make your fucking money for the day, and then you don't even look at the market again, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, what is that like? Like, what does an average day look like for you in the market? How long are you actually trading?
I probably trade an average of like 3 hours like the whole week. Like chart time in front of the computer, I'm probably like 3 hours the whole week. It's fucking nothing. You know what I mean? Like, well, that's now because I have chart time already. Like I've already put in the work. And the simplest analogy that I can put is like trading. I always put the same analogy, which is surfing. When you're a surfer, you know when there's going to be waves out there. You fucking look out the balcony, you see waves, you go, you surf, and you come back. If there's no waves, you're not going to go surf anything, right? It's kind of pointless. But you kind of don't know if there's a wave or not until you don't go to the beach 100 times and realize you're in the water and there's no waves. So that's the chart time that I already have. Like if I just look out the balcony, I can already see a wave coming from 3 miles away. So I get ready, I go down and I wait for it. So it's the same thing in the market. Like I don't have to be in front of the computer 3 days just waiting for something. I can pretty much predict when something will potentially set up in 3 days. And when it's there, I simply take it, close my computer, and I leave. Like that's it. That's where the whole set and forget thing came, because as soon as I enter a trade, I just set and forget. And the people that are in front of the computer all the time, they're either beginner traders that are trying to get that chart time to learn, or they're just kind of giving like the stereotype to a trader, which is total bullshit. Wow. It's kind of crazy, trust. I mean, for example, this week I took a trade on Monday. I lost 78,000, and I haven't gone back to the computer ever since, because I just pretty much am done for the week. You get me? That's it.
So now, just viral question here. You know, let's do a quick round for you. What's the most that you've made on one trade?
I've made $172,000 in one single trade.
Wow.
That probably took like 2 days to play out.
And at that point, you were already emotionally detached.
I didn't even know I was up 170,000 until like I woke up the next morning.
And then so you see that, and then are you like pumped the fuck up a little bit, or?
So I was pumped because it's like my new record. I just broke my new record. My previous record was 120, and then now it's 170. I just broke it right now.
Wow.
So I was pumped for like an hour, and then that's it.
That's crazy.
Then I forgot about it. I literally forgot.
And then what's your biggest loss?
My biggest loss, I think it was about another 80,000, like probably like the one that I took today, like 78,000, 80,000. So like that's the max I've ever lost, but like I lose that pretty frequently.
So you lost $80,000 this morning.
Monday morning.
Monday morning.
And
we're shooting this pod and everything's all good right now?
Yeah, we're chilling, bro. We could go wakeboarding right now if you want.
It's fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I said it on the Umar pod about like the Call of Duty shit, like just being able to like go. Did you play Call? They say like people that were good at Call of Duty when they grow up playing, translate that mindset translates well to trading, because like you'll just run into a room, like if you're playing fucking team deathmatch, you get burned and then you're right back.
You're right back. Yeah.
Like, did you play Call of Duty growing up?
I played Fortnite.
Okay, so same thing, yeah. So,
but like I would say like I kind of resonate more with Fortnite because I'm more strategic. Like in Fortnite, you kind of can't run to a room because you don't want to go back to the lobby and then wait the whole loading. Have you guys played Fortnite?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So like whenever you lose in Fortnite, you get so mad because bro, it takes like, I timed it. It takes like 7 minutes for you to start the actual next game.
Wow.
So yeah, it takes forever.
Or like, if you're playing quads, then you gotta wait for your boys to revive you, get to the reboot.
Yeah. So it's so what I use Fortnite because in Fortnite you're strategic. Like you kind of camp a little bit, you hide, you
play the circle.
Yeah. Exactly, you play the circle. So in trading, I'm strategic as well. Like I'm like, for me, I am not trying to be involved in the market. I'm trying to be involved in the market as little as I can. Like I'm only involved in the market when the market kind of like calls my name. So it's part of my strategy. I have a checklist. When everything checks off, then I'm involved. If not, dude, I want nothing to do with it. I don't care. You know what I mean? And when you treat that relationship with the market, you'll see opportunities just become more normal. Because if you chase the market, that's where you're chasing the money, and it's just, bro, it's a downward spiral.
Yeah.
Why Forex?
It's the first thing that I came across. So I was kind of getting into, I got into Amazon dropshipping, but that shit was a mission because, you needed a lot of money. I didn't really have a lot of money. And then as soon as I'm getting into stocks with Umar, I kind of didn't like the idea that you can only trade 9 to 5. The stock market's only open 9 to 5. And I was working, I think it was a 6 to 3 because I was clocking in at 6 in the morning at Dunkin Donuts. I'm like, that kind of whack. I can't really do that. And then kind of like within the same 2 weeks, they're like, yo, Forex, you can trade 24/5. Like that's the shit. And that's kind of where I got into it right there.
And don't you need to day trade the stock market? Don't you need like 25,000 capital?
That's the other thing. Yeah, that's the other thing. I at that time when I was starting, the minimum starting balance was 25,000.
Yeah.
You
can't even day trade stocks unless you have $25,000.
Damn.
So yeah, that was another thing that I couldn't do either.
And then as far as the thing that I was gonna say when I was gonna say that thing. As far as that goes. No.
Well, you asked him about forex. You was like, "Why forex?" And then you know he talked about.
I did ask him about why forex. Why forex?
He played college football. He got hit in the head a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I was a running back.
Really?
Yeah, I played freshman and sophomore year only.
Where?
Braddock in my high school here.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, only in high school. I was
Okay.
Yeah, I was pretty quick. I did a 40-yard dash in like 4.5, 4.6. You got it? All right.
As far as no, so like, you know, there's all this fucking money making shit online. Like there's fucking drop shipping, social media marketing. Like, you know, you typed it in.
Yeah.
And then you ended up going with trading. Now, do you still believe in 2024 that forex, or even so now when you promote yourself, do you promote yourself as a forex trader or a day trader?
I promote myself as a day trader.
As a day trader. So do you still believe in 2024 that, because I don't even know if you ever believed. Have you, when you first started?
Ask it however you want to ask.
All right. Do you think that day trading is the best way to make money online in 2024?
Yes. There is no other industry that you can get in at such a low entry cost, at such a big reward, and at such a quick learn rate. There's nothing, and the least amount of stress. If you want to do Amazon, you got to deal with the product, you got to deal with shipping, you got to deal with customer, with reviews, manufacturer, all this other shit that has nothing to do with you. Like, you can literally have the most ambition possible to become a successful Amazon, FBA, blah, 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 blah. And so much shit can go wrong that has nothing to do with you, the manufacturer, everything that I just mentioned. In trading, it's just you. If you're good and your mindset is good and your strategy is good, you're destined to be good. Every other online money-making business requires of clients, requires of other people. Let's say you want to be an online coach. Well, you need clients. You got to deal with other people. You got to provide a service. You have to deal with their times. If you want to be an online mentor or whatever it is, you have to deal with other people. Yeah. With trading, you have to deal with nobody. It's just you and the markets. And the entry barrier is pretty much $100. All you simply need is time to dedicate to the journey. And that is what 99% of the people aren't willing to do. There's a saying out there that goes, out of 100% of traders that get involved in the first year, 80% drop out by the end of it because they don't pass the actual first year. And if you think about it, the market moves in cycles. There's 4 cycles in the year because there's 4 quarters in the year, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. What happens in Q1 on 2023 is going to happen again in Q1 in 2024. And you can catch those patterns again. So that's why people usually get successful after the second year, because when it comes Q1 again on 2026, dude, I've seen this shit already 2 times happen. Like, I could pretty much already know what's going to happen. So the people that stick through the storm for those 2 years are the ones that succeed. If not, the others don't, because they just don't want to weather that storm. So I still think, as of right now today, trading is the easiest and most effective online money-making method that there is out there.
And how much hours a week do you need? Honestly,
at the beginning, you have to put every hour, like, all right, if I were to put it, you have to put in 8 hours every single day at the beginning, because you literally just have to look at the ticks. You got to look at the market go up and you got to look at the market go down. So your eyes can get used to this new language that you're seeing, right? Because the markets, I call it a language because it's creating patterns constantly. And you simply have to look at the monitor for 8 hours every single day for your first year. So you can see the same shit happen over and over and over and over and over again. And I can guarantee you one day you're going to get to the market and you'll be like, fuck, dude, I did that shit yesterday. I got to know what's going to happen. And there you click buy and boom, you made money.
And how much bullshit and scam and all this stuff goes on with the Forex market? Because there's obviously a lot of speculation. I mean, I remember years ago, I know it's 2 different things, but you know, like, remember the whole Forex pyramid thing? Yeah. When you sign up and then you're
I got caught in that.
Platinum 5,000 and everyone's a chairman, this guy, and you see them at these events with Lambos and everyone has Rolexes on, and I'm like, yo, where is all these people? And then like there's like 3 people at the top that are making the money because they're getting residuals on every single person that gets. It's a pyramid scheme. I know that's not the trading, but a lot of people, once they hear the word forex, they think that they associate forex trading with that.
Yeah, so that's why I don't say I'm a forex trader.
Right.
I say I'm a day trader. I don't want to get associated with that. So the problem with the scams is that the cost to entry barrier is so low that you get these retards that don't know what the fuck they're doing that get other even bigger retards to believe in them. You know what I mean? So the problem is that these guys would have this multi-level marketing because the product is so attractive, right? They'll sell you the dream. Hey, you can turn $100 into X amount with this mentorship. We're going to teach you. Like, it's a very attractable niche, right? And it's, you know, very easy to fake it to make it. Like, dude, you can literally, like, I can literally teach you guys the hack right now on how you can become, like, you guys can become gurus tomorrow. So you guys can literally get an account, right? You guys can get a demo account with 100K in it, or you can put a random number like 57,300. And on this phone, you can buy, and on this phone, you can sell. One of them is going to make money because the market is either going to go up or it's going to go down. And all you do is just post the winning one. And that's it. You're a guru. like
So that's what everyone's doing.
Bro, yo, that is it. That is all these guys would do at the beginning. So then, like, that's it, bro. It's that easy. You have one phone that has the winning and the loss, and you just always.
That's what he said to me. He's like, bro, some of these guys, like, bro, they post their wins all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's got to be something around. I don't know.
That's what they do. So that kind of got, like, exposed. So the only way you can kind of tell if somebody's legit if you can see the history. If you see, like, win, loss, win, whatever. So I show the history, and that's how you can kind of tell. But to answer your question, like, the fake gurus are going to be in every industry, right? They come in all types of shapes and sizes. And, you know, it's inevitable. They give the name a bad rep. And the easiest way to clear it up, or the way how I clear it up, is I simply do not ask people for no money. I provide value to everybody, and I only have one product, which is the course. And that is it. I don't promote you to a platform. I don't give you signals. I don't give you an AI. I don't give you a bot. I don't give you a dashboard. I don't give you a tech. I don't give you all this other shit that these influencers do. They're just constantly trying to sell you something that never works. I just give you one product, and that is it. If you want it, it's in the link in the description. If not, it's not there. Because these people, they see all of these hungry people wanting to succeed in this trading, willing that they're throw everything at it, that you have to, you know, accumulate all these different types of algorithms to be successful, which is bullshit, bro. So the easiest way to spot a guru is like that. Yeah.
Now, question for you. You're day trading.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Doing the thing.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to say, all right, I'm going to start posting on social media, and I'm going to fucking help others trade.
Yeah.
What made you... Well, not what made you, but, like, was that a weird process? So here's where I'm at. I just started my own free community on a platform called School. Hormozy just bought it. And in the past 2 weeks, I got 340 people in there.
Okay.
And I'm fucking pumped about that. Now, I had my first live call like a week and a half ago. And before, I was honestly fucking kind of nervous because our, like, lane is personal development. And you know, not really imposter syndrome because I know who I am and I know what I've been through. But at the same time, it's the first time in my life I have to lead people.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when you were making that transition?
So I never wanted to be on social media. I never wanted to do this shit. I just wanted to be low key and have my fun and that's it. But one day I wanted to get more girls, and the only way to get more girls is you got to post. You got to put yourself out there. So I started putting, like, just me having fun and, like, living this, like, lavish lifestyle, and it kind of tripped people out how, like, on a Tuesday afternoon I would be at the beach or I would be just home doing nothing, and that kind of just started getting shared, like, really, really fast, and just a community just built out of nowhere. And I almost didn't accept it at the beginning. I kind of just, like, threw it to the side. But then there's so much, like, as I was, because it kind of happened, like, at the perfect time. As I'm actually starting to become more successful in trading, I'm starting to have a lot more free time. As I'm approaching the mindset where it's like, dude, I only have to take, like, 2 trades a week. Dude, like, imagine you make, like, 100K a week in, like, Tuesday. Like, what the fuck do you do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? You know what I mean? Like, you got nothing to do. So that's where I'm like, you know what? Let me actually just start making something out of these people that are wanting to ask me questions. And that's where I was really like niched down and just talking to everybody one-on-one. Like, I would literally just put a picture that I'm at Starbucks or something. 3-4 guys would pull up. We'd just talk for a little bit and then leave. You know, it was kind of cool because I'd meet other like-minded people. Because traders, it's a really, really lonely thing. Right, like you don't really ever know if somebody's a trader because you know nobody really walks around with that title, right? It's a very rare thing. So I kind of started normalizing meeting other traders with no intention behind it. Just simply get around other like-minded people. And as that started building up, I'm like, dude, let me just make this into a community, but like the complete opposite of what these other furus are doing. I call them furus, right? Right. And because I was part of IML, I got recruited. I was there for I think it was like a month or 2 months. And then after that, I left, obviously, I realized it was fake, and that's where I started trading. So I did pretty much everything the opposite that they were doing.
Wow.
Yeah. And now why does someone want to learn from you?
I mean, I guess because I make it simple. I guess the way I explain it, people understand it right away. And I almost make it in a way that if I can't show you how to do it in 2 steps, then don't just unfollow, leave, get away. You know what I mean? If I can't make it simple in 2 steps, don't even try. It's too complicated. Yeah. Because for some people it does make sense. For other people it simply does not make sense. I can literally explain the same information to 10 people, and out of those 10 people, 5 will get it and 5 don't. Those 5 that don't get it, please just leave. Don't make this hard on yourself. It's just not meant for you.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. I was like, let's shift gears. All right, so talk to us about that night. Talk to us when the idea sparked. What made you say, I'm going to buy 2 Super Bowl tickets and run on the field with my Instagram handle and hashtag set and forget across my chest?
So I was in the high table room at Red Rock gambling with Dana White, Aiden Ross, Steve, Brad. Like, everybody's in that room, right? The high limit room at Red Rock is fucking crazy. And I heard that you can have this bet if somebody were to streak the Super Bowl and it'd pay 1,000x. I'm like, dude, that's fucking genius. Like, I can do that. Like, we'll make the bet and I'll just make the money. You know what I mean? Like, I'll fucking do that. We get a bookie. We do it all. And this is before me even doing my own due diligence on the bet.
Isn't that extremely illegal?
Yeah, it is, but I didn't know, right? Yeah. And I didn't give a shit, right? I wanted to do it. So I wasn't being serious about it. And I was talking... Where I kind of fucked up is where I told Steve, I'm like, yo, tell Dana to get me some seats at the Super Bowl, right? And then, you know, Steve kind of does it, and then he's like, oh, he can't get you, whatever. But the word started spreading at Hard Rock that I'm going to streak the Super Bowl. And I told really, really big names that I can't almost not do it. If I don't do it, I look like a bitch in front of all these really, really big names. And I almost had to do it when one of Dana's like guys from his team was like, yo, so you're going to streak tomorrow, right? Like, I have some bets with my guys, like on a one-on-one. And I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm doing it. And I didn't have my tickets. I didn't have anything. And I realized I'm like, my word is in so deep that I have no other option than to just fucking do it. So I went on the app. I paid $42,000 for my seat and my boy's seat. And we just fucking did it, bro. So we before we actually streaked, we went to Dick's Sporting Goods. We got cleats, soccer cleats, so we can have grip when we get on the field. And we weren't just gonna do it like out of like no shout out, right? Like, fuck, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get a shout out, you know? So I throw the set and forget on the Instagram. And bro, that was probably one of the most adrenaline rushing moments I've had in my entire life.
You look thrilled in the picture.
Bro, I was so excited, bro. You have no idea. I'm doing it again. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again this year.
Football or it's like a soccer?
I'm going to do the FIFA World Cup, and I'm going to do the Super Bowl again, 2025.
So, like...
Yeah, what happens after you get caught?
You go to jail.
So you went to jail that night?
Yeah, so as soon as first of all, those guys were fucking dicks. And I'm not mad, you know what I mean? Like, they're doing their fucking job, you know? Bro, literally, like, when I'm running... I was talking to Vitaly. You guys know Vitaly. Yeah. So Vitaly was like, look, like, when you're about to get caught, just put your hands behind your back, you're done, right? Because if not, they're going to like fuck up your arm. They're going to squeeze you. Just put your hands behind your back, you're done, right? I'm like, all right, bet. So as I'm like running, and by the way, the moment I hit the field, I blacked out. I did not remember a second of me on that field, bro. Like, the adrenaline is so crazy that bro, I don't remember. Like, I literally, as soon as I jumped on the field, I blacked out. And then I kind of came back as soon as like I'm in the cop car, pretty much, like as soon as I'm in cuffs. So bro, like the adrenaline is ridiculous. That's why I want to do it again, because that shit's ridiculous. But where was I going with this? Oh, after.
When you were on the field.
Yes,
Yeah.
after, yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as I'm gonna get caught, I just put my hands behind my back, and then they're kind of like escorting me out. And as soon as I'm getting to like the cop car, some big ass security guy comes up to me. He's like, "You don't know how many fucking jobs you just lost with what you just did, you fucking idiot." And he like pushes me. Because I guess like I made the security look like shit, so I guess everybody got fired.
Securities
Get better security.
They suck, yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. We got very lucky with that. The security there was tight, bro. Like
Right.
there was a security every 5 feet. So the whole game, I didn't watch the game, bro. And I had like 50,000 that I bet on the game. I didn't even watch it. I was just looking at the security guards, see at what time they would like give me a 2-second opening, and I was studying them. So I would know one of the guys, he had a water bottle. Every 5 minutes he would go and he would drink his water, kind of giving me that window open. And when he turn around, he'd turn around that way. But then this guy had a walkie-talkie. Like I had everything perfectly calculated, and then I saw the window and I just went, because my filmer, he was gonna be my decoy, right? He was supposed to go first, and as soon as they get him, then I'd go. But bro, like I got the open and I just didn't even think about it, and I just fucking went, bro. Yeah, it was crazy. So as soon as they grabbed me, they put me in the cop car, take you to jail, and then when you get to jail, you pretty much are just there for like you do the night, and then they let you go in the morning, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that.
Yeah, it's just a trespassing charge, bro. I didn't do anything wrong, you know. I didn't.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
That's what I was telling him, because he was like, isn't there like real repercussions
bro,
with this? And I was like,
that's the fucking most ROI thing you could ever do then in the entire world. You just sort of slap on the wrist, because you're at obviously got love.
Bro, that I got the cheap. I don't know if I can't really say it. I might get sued, but let's just say I got the best ad. Wow. I got the best ad.
Wow. Yeah. So you're like, fucking man, World Cup.
Everything. I'm doing all of them. And if I can't do it, because now what they did is that they got my face, and it's, dude, literally like when they take you to the back, there's a bunch of like Vitali's face was back there. So I literally walk to the back and I see Vitali like on a wall, like, look out for these guys. So if I can't make it, I have an army of people that are gonna go for me, bro. Like it's going down. I don't give a shit. I'll spend $100,000 on Super Bowl tickets for it to do it again.
So yeah, so now like, are you banned from Super Bowl or football stadiums or Allegiant Stadium? Like, are you?
I'm banned just from the stadium.
Just from that stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Super Bowl's not there next year. You're good.
Can you imagine you did the Super Bowl again?
Brother, it's going down again. This is gonna get clipped in a year from now when I do it again.
It's fucking crazy. I mean, I don't know. If I'm in a better position, I feel like I'll do it as well. Like,
Yeah,
I'll wait for you to do it, and then all the security guards will turn.
Then you'll go, and then I'll wait, then I'll go.
Well,
a good idea.
in jail when I was there were 6 guys that tried it. Me and my boy were the only
That
ones that
night?
made it. Yeah, that night we were in the holding place.
Yeah.
But there was like 100 people in there that night, right? Super Bowl weekend in Vegas, like everyone's fucking going to jail that night, right?
Wow.
So we were in there, and 6 other guys had tried it, and there was a TV in a corner, and the news was going on all night, and they found out that it was us. They're like, "Yo, you guys fucking did it!" Yeah, it was actually kind of scary, because in the news it was like, these 2 guys paid $42,000 for Super Bowl tickets to streak it, and they all look back at me and they're like, "You're trying to pay our bond?" And I'm like,
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, they got money.
yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, nah, bro, it wasn't me. Steve paid for it. I just said Steve
Right.
paid for it."
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, that was like the only like sus part when I was in there. Not gonna lie.
All right.
Now, how did your relationship start with Steve?
So Steve, we have a lot of mutual friends. So I host poker games, and pretty much, his brother would come, Steiny would come, Neil. It all started with Neil, and Neil would just bring a bunch of people. And kind of as time started going on, he just pulled up to the scene one time, and we just got close. We went and gambled at Hard Rock, and then it just started escalating over time. But everything kind of started with poker, pretty much. Yeah, that's how it all started.
And what, like, obviously you've been around, I mean, you mentioned the people you were around at the Red Rock. Like, obviously you're around fucking high-level people all the time. What's been maybe your coolest moment or crazy experience? Because I'm looking at, like, you named, Steve will do it, obviously, YouTube content. Dana White fucking runs the UFC. Aiden Ross is the biggest streamer on the planet. Bradley Martin is, the OG of gym culture, right? Like, these guys were celebrities in their space, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you came up making money as like a trader. There wasn't really like a face behind the name always. So I guess for you, I'm sure it's pretty fucking cool to like be around those people. Maybe you watch their content, whatever. So like, what's been your coolest experience so far that you can remember, like just with like a fucking celebrity or someone?
I guess it was more with like Steve and Nelk, kind of just like normalizing that relationship. Like I'm a fan of these guys, you know what I mean? Like I would ask these guys for a picture. And now I have all their phone numbers, and you know I can pull up somewhere to the dinner, and they're like, "Yo, just sit down and chill with us." And I guess that was probably like the oh shit, like this is real right now. You know what I mean? It like normalizing that relationship that I never really thought it would happen, but it just happened of just me being myself. Like I had no intention of doing something with them or no intention of getting something out of them. My goal was just to be cool with the guys because I'm a cool guy, and you know. Everybody, I feel like everybody that goes to these celebrities in their spaces, they want something from them. They want to either do a business with them, a partnership, get money out of them. And bro, none of these guys need none of that shit. So I guess when somebody like me comes into the picture, and it's like, dude, like, I'm rich just like you, my bro. Like, I don't, I don't need nothing from you. You want to chill like this? Like, you want to pay for the food I pay? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a normal relationship, and I guess they appreciate that. And I guess that's kind of what's escalated to where we are now. Where it's just literally like boys, bro. It's like normal stuff.
Pretty cool shit.
Now, obviously, you have to have long-term goals.
Yeah.
Someone like you doesn't become successful if you don't have long-term goals. Where are they?
I mean, I want to get a jet this year. I kind of have to do it because, like, you know, like expenses and stuff. But it's gonna be a light jet, so I'm gonna get like the smallest one that I can possibly get. Probably does like a 2-3 hour range most before you have to fuel up. Right. Not for personal use, kind of for just like a business. So it kind of just, you know, makes cash flow. And then other than that, I want to pull up to Africa, kind of do what like Mr. Beast did. He kind of like did like wells and stuff. And just kind of just like do what a 23-year-old with a lot of money would want to do. And
You're 23?
Yeah, I'm 23.
Oh, fuck. You're 23.
Yeah. How did you think I was?
27, 28.
No, yeah, I'm 23. Yeah, I'm 23.
Oh, my God. This has changed everything for me.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, bro, a 23-year-old with a lot of money, they just want to have fun.
Right.
So I just want to have fun and at the same time give back. I feel like giving back is fun. I gave away a Lambo. I don't think you guys know about that. Yeah, I gave away a Lambo with a rock, paper, scissors like a year ago.
What do you mean a rock, paper, scissors Lambo giveaway? What does that mean?
You just went up to someone and was like, rock, paper, scissors, you win, you get the Lambo?
Yeah, so I did a competition, and out of the competition, the top 10, they moved on to the next point. So it was a trading competition, right? So it was just demo challenges. Whoever had the highest percent on the demo challenge out of the top 10 did the rock, paper, scissors. And then they did the rock, paper, scissors, and some guy walked away with a Lambo.
What was the best? Do you have a story of someone's life that changed besides yours that was just fucking insane?
Yeah, bro. This guy Jordan that you see here, like you guys probably know, but he has cancer right now. This guy, yeah, he has like he can show you can open his shirt. He has like the fucking monitor there or whatever. So I found this guy. He was one of my students, and he actually just started trading. Everything was normal. He was a aviation mechanic, and he learned trading. Kind of became profitable, and he became profitable with the strategy as he beat cancer. Right, so he got it out the way. But then he got it again. So that shit like comes back in cycles, right? If you don't treat it properly, like that shit will come back if you eat too much sugar, if you don't just take care of your body. And bro, I helped him out, got him like, you know, through the hospital bills and all that shit, bro. So he's fighting it right now. And I had an appointment. I've been waiting almost like a year for this appointment with a doctor, because I just want to take my body to like the next level. Like I literally want to take like as healthy supplements as possible, so I can just be healthy. You know what I mean? But this doctor, the wait list is like a year, and I got this through, you know, Steve's contacts and all these guys' contacts. And as soon as I get the meeting, I'm like, there's somebody else that needs it more than I do, and I kind of passed him the phone, and he has it now, and he's, you know, getting the supplements that he need, and it's helped him a lot. He's doing chemo right now, so all the supplements help fight off the chemo, which makes his body enhance. So it kind of like, so the chemo comes in, it kills your body, but then all the supplements come in and then it brings it back up. So he's like kind of outweighing the bad.
This is Gary Brecka, I assume?
No, there's some other guy.
Another guy.
Yeah, better than Gary Brecka.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then what, like, I'm just interested because I love health.
Yeah.
I'm like one of the things that I'm just more so curious about. What type of diet is he on now?
So right now it's just mainly like protein. So like, cause your body like fights with protein, right? You can't have carbs. 'Cause the carbs aren't gonna do anything for you. And if you look at him, he's skinny as shit, bro. Like that's just literally like eating him up. So he takes, I think he takes like 15 different types of vitamins throughout the day because he had his liver or something that when the chemo goes in and it attacks it and then it was bringing it down. I don't know, like these guys were saying some crazy ass words.
Yeah, right.
But the main thing that he's on right now are supplements, and they're on natural supplements, and then the food enhances the supplements.
Wow.
So it's mainly just protein, and then no sugar, no salt, no sodium, no eating past a certain time. So you can't eat like past like 9 o'clock or something.
Do they recommend fasting? Is that like what that is?
No, he can't fast because when you do chemo every day, like that shit, it's literally like an atomic bomb, bro.
Yeah.
And he can't have nothing fight that atomic bomb for 3 days. You know what I mean? So I kind of told him to do like the 7-day fast or whatever, but he fucking won't make it, dude. Like he literally like needs to have food to fight that chemo, bro. That shit's fucking.
Yeah, he needs fuel. Yeah.
Bro, like that shit's terrible, bro.
And
know?
you just met him?
I mean, I've known him now for a year. So
Why do you feel like, why did you feel responsible to do all this for him?
Because like he believed in me, you know, by learning the strategy, and kind of he came in at a moment where I was just looking to have like I told you, like I just meet other traders, and I was just looking to add another trader to my team. And kind of he tells me this story, and you know we're kind of from the same area, so we're from an area like that's Kendall. He's also like from Kendall, and you know I don't know, like I just felt it, I connected with it, and I'm like, bro, just stick around for a little bit, you know. And I like his approach to me wasn't like he didn't want anything from me, so he's like a super fan, right? And you know doesn't ask for a picture, doesn't ask for a favor, and he just wanted to be around, and that just made me feel, I guess, comfortable. And I'm like, bro, just stick around. And the longer he stuck around, the opportunity, I don't know, I felt like it would have been greedy if I would have done it. You know what I mean? Knowing that he needs that. Of course. And I'm fine. You know what I mean? I just wanted to get, you know, more in shape. I want to get to look like this guy. So,
Fucking doing.
So I'm like, yo, here, pass it on. And that it's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's literally saved his life. If not, he wouldn't be here right now. Facts.
God bless you, man.
Yeah,
that's good stuff,
that's
bro.
right.
That's what it's about.
And people don't see that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I don't know if you've shared that publicly yet.
No.
Probably not. And like people don't see that. You know, like a lot of people can go on your Instagram and see those cars and see the cool shit that you're doing, and they could be like, oh, this guy, he cares about his money. He's this. He's
That's
that.
just to get bitches, bro.
But you know, that's the stigma that social media carries. Like, oh, he's a scammer. He's a forex trader. You know this, and I'm sure you get it all the time in the comments, this and that. And it's like, bro, like you save the guy's life, you know, and like. That's just the hard part about social media, you know, because I'm sure like you're getting
A lot of hate.
A lot of hate on a different level than we've even gotten so far.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, like we're really just out here, like we're trying to just put good shit out into the world. You know what I mean? Like we're really trying to help people, and like obviously you're doing the same thing.
I mean, hate comes with the movement. You know, hate is going to be inevitable, and I don't want to jinx this. I don't want to like fucking fuck myself over. But dude, I get no hate, dude. Like that shit, it's non-existent with me, bro. And if I do get a hater, it's like, yo, let's get on a Zoom call. Like I'll drop a link. I did this. Get on a Zoom call, and it's like, all right, I'm a scammer. All right, for every person you say I've scammed, I'm gonna give that person back their money plus 10,000, and I'm gonna give you 10,000 for a finder's fee. So please begin. Like, show me who. It's like, oh no. I got nobody, but you got these cars like these other guys that are scammers. I'm like, all right, dude, so you got nothing on me, right? And I've done that 2 times with other guys, and that kind of like, I guess, like spread. And bro, I get no haters. Like obviously you'll get like this random guy out of nowhere. Your cars are rented. It's like, well, fuck. I guess so they are rented, brother. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure a rental company's not going to want me to doing what I did to my cars, you know? Right. So I really don't get hate because I do nothing to get hate. I simply just trade. I post my lifestyle, and then if you want to learn, it's there. If you don't want to learn, it's not there. Alex G does not do anything other than that on social media. That's all I do. And that simplicity and that like less information to the people, like information overload, I guess it's come in such a good way that it's gotten spread so fast so far. It's just so simple.
I'm going to take a page out of that book. because I that makes sense to me. Keep it simple. I love you have one offer. You know what I'm saying? One thing. It's fucking beautiful.
It's just
now,
set and forget. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
So now I want to speak cars real quick, just because I love cars, bro.
Yeah.
And that Miami did that to me, because growing up in Long Island, you know, Long Island, New York is a very rich place. We're right next to the city. All the huge fucking banks are there. You know, so like we've been around money our whole lives. But even, you know, and there's a difference between Miami. I mean, Miami's couldn't even fucking. Bro, every other car is a fucking Huracan, you know. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know, so.
Yeah.
But I remember, like in Long Island, I remember being like, yo, a Range Rover, fucking sick car.
Yeah.
Bro, Range Rover, like, bro, when I came here, like, a Range Rover to me is like, I don't know, I don't want to shit on a Range Rover because it is.
Say how it is, bro. Say it as that.
It's like a fucking taxi, bro. If you know what I'm saying? Not even, like, bro, down here, because I remember when I first came down here, same thing with watches. Rolex. You had like a Rolex Submariner. You're a made man in New York. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you could buy a Rolex Submariner for fucking $8,000. You know what I'm saying? So but then you come down here, and then the Rolex Submariner turns into a fucking Richard Mille or a Patek or a fucking AP, or you want to go crazy, you want to go Jacob and Co. CEO's my boy. But then, or the fucking car goes from the fucking Range Rover to a Koenigsegg to a Pagani to a fucking, you know what I'm saying? These like $5 million, like these things are so fucking, like they don't even exist in Miami even. You know? So I said all that to say, just Miami's a crazy place. And then give me your top 5 cars.
Top 5 cars, like just overall. So for sure, the GT3 992 6-speed. You gotta get a manual. If it's not manual, it's fucking gay.
What did I say in the car?
Yeah,
He's like, it better be manual.
My car's manual. If it's not manual, it's fucking gay. You know what I mean? It's fucking gay. Second would be the 720S. So I had a 720S pushing like 1,000 horsepower. That shit was amazing. McLaren 720S. My Rolls Royce Dawn. Probably the most gangster fucking car I've ever had, bro. You drop the top on that shit and you feel like a pimp, bro. It doesn't fucking matter. You drive down the highway or Brickell with the top down, orange interior, you're the shit. You know what I mean? Even if you're alone in it, doesn't matter. Right. You got one girl in it, you're a pimp. Next would be the Cullinan. The Cullinan that I had was super, super gangster. Right. But, you know, it doesn't top the Dawn. And then lastly, probably the twin turbo Lambo that I have right now.
Well, give me cars you don't have.
Oh, like cars that I don't have?
Top 5 list of all time. Like if you can go get fucking Enzo Ferraris, original Enzo.
Okay, so I would get a 6x6 G-Wagon. The 6x6 is like 1.5 mil.
What's a 6x6?
A 6x6 G-Wagon. You've seen them 100%.
So they're just huge,
bro,
big bodied.
Fucking beasts, bro. Like,
fire.
Like I was going to buy one, but it was just like unnecessary right now. So a 6x6 G-Wagon. For sure, Pagani. Koenigsegg. Koenigsegg is like way better than Pagani, than Bugatti, than all that shit. You know what I mean? So Koenigsegg is number 1. Obviously, it's not such a big known brand, but car-wise, for car guys, it's the shit. For sure, the GT3, and for sure the 720S, and then last but not least, the Dawn, 100%.
Do you have any interest in like a SF90?
So I went and I looked at it, and it didn't call my attention that much. I don't know why. It just didn't call my attention.
That's fucking crazy.
I know, right? I don't know why. And I liked it because I liked it. So for example, in here they bitch because about the noise. Like you can leave electric and you can turn it on like at the end of the street. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like the SF90 literally looks just like the F8. My opinion. Right, and price difference is fucking like double.
Right. Yeah.
But I think they're cool. But I'd rather have like a Pista or something.
Yeah. What about like a LaFerrari? Does that interest you at all?
I feel like probably the new ones.
Yeah.
I haven't looked much into them honestly, so I don't know much about them. I'm not educated enough.
All right, fire. All right, well, I had to talk to you about that. Gets me horny.
Yeah. I'll take you. Have you been in a twin turbo before or no?
Is that the Huracan? Right
yeah, the twin turbo. Have you been in one before?
No.
I'll take you for a ride now, so you see that's just gonna be crazy.
Let's go.
The street's dry. I'll take, bro. That shit spins like crazy, bro. All 4 tires, they fucking.
All right, let's do it. All right. I mean, we usually end on purpose.
Yeah. We usually wrap up. This was fucking amazing.
Great. Really, really amazing episode.
No, it really was. What's your purpose?
Last question.
Yeah. I think it's like overall, right?
What's your like what's Alex Gonzalez's purpose in life? Like outside, maybe not trading, maybe not cars, maybe like your purpose, you know?
Yeah. I think it's to just have a good time. I think it's to just have fun. Everything that I do revolves around fun, having a good time with good people. I think that's what it revolves around. And that's what it is.
And I like that shit.
Yeah.
Because, so like, I always say this all the time, you know, bro, no one can tell us why we're here. Doctors can't tell us. Scientists can't tell us. The church can't tell us. This religion, that religion. Like, nobody really knows why we're here. Like, sometimes, like, I look down on my hands and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
just trippy
Hey,
sometimes.
bro, and I spend actually a lot of my cognitive, like, my mental on, you know, tackling that question because it just interests me. But, you know, the best thing that I've ever seen explained about why we're here is like no one fucking knows, so just enjoy it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which
That's
I think is great.
pretty valid fucking point. Yeah, it's kind of trippy sometimes. It's I go into some crazy loopholes sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking what is this called? A conspiracy
theorist?
freak. Yeah. Like I'll put a timer on it. I'll limit myself to like 10 minutes. I can't go past that because I'll go in too fucking deep, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'll go way too fucking deep, bro. So
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys went deep on this episode.
There you go. Appreciate you, Alex G, man. This
of
was
course,
dope.
bro. Appreciate you
much
guys,
love.
bro. Thank
Much
you guys.
love.
Yo.